I am 26 years old and I wasted all of my teenage years and early 20s waiting around for life to happen, waiting for the perfect moment, thinking that everything will magically fall into place. It didn't. But while I was stuck in that loop, I learned some pretty valuable lessons that today I'm gonna share with you so that you won't waste your time like I did, and instead you will live the best year of your life as they're actually meant to be lived. Number one, it's okay to disappoint others when it means honoring yourself. At some point, you will have to disappoint someone you deeply care about, whether that means your friends, your loved ones, even your parents. Following your heart sometimes means go against them, and that's actually okay because you cannot live your life trying to please everybody else and in this way sacrificing your own happiness, your own desires. It's your journey and only you knows what truly fulfills yourself. Number two, know the difference between energy takers and energy givers. Basically, pay attention for what and who gives you energy and what and who drains it from you. People who make you feel exhausted and drained after every interaction may not be worth your time. And the same goes from activities like mindlessly scrolling through social media for hours and hours. That simply drains you. It doesn't give you energy, but it sucks it away from you. So surround yourself with those people and those activities that actually lift you up. 3. You won't feel like it tomorrow either. If you're waiting for a magical tomorrow where you will be the perfect gym girl or the most productive girl that you can be, you're literally setting yourself up for failure. Because tomorrow you will have the same habits and excuse that you have today. Motivation doesn't come before action, it follows it. So stop making excuses and start doing it today. Even if it's not perfect, just stop daydreaming and make the first step because you will thank yourself later. 4. Looks matter, like it or not. The word may be superficial, but there's no doubt that the way you look actually affects how you perceive and most importantly, how you perceive yourself. It is not about being vague or trying to tie your words to appearance, but rather about trying to embrace the best version of yourself. Because when you take care of yourself in a way that feels authentic to you, you will then notice your confidence growing. You're actually playing the game, but on your terms. 5. Live now, not then. Stop putting your life on hold for the perfect version of yourself to finally start living. Whether it's losing weight, change something about your appearance, or achieving some milestone, you do not need to wait. Life is happening right now. If you keep delaying joy and experiences for some future moment, you will blink and you will realize that you miss out on everything. So start to live fully today, flaws and whole, because life and time doesn't wait for you and you shouldn't either. 6. Cool is completely subjective. What is considered to be cool change from person to person. There is not one universal standard, so why trying to fit into something that doesn't even exist? Do what feels right for you, and the people that actually resonate with that will find you. 7. Relationships should be equal. And healthy friendship or relationship requires efforts from both sides. If you're constantly the only one putting on your energy into it and not getting anything in return, that is not sustainable, and in the long run, you actually resent them. Eventually, you will burn out. So remember, the right people will give back as much as they received. 8. Outgrowing relationship is literally part of life. If you're not outgrowing relationship or friendship, it actually might be that you're not evolving as much as you could or as much as you think you are. Growth often means leaving people behind to make space for people that actually align with who you are at the moment or who you are becoming. So never feel bad about that because it's natural. It's what life literally means. 9. Other people are inspiration, not competition. There is more than enough success out there for everyone, so someone else achieving is not taking away anything from you. They're actually proof of what's actually possible for you too. So when you see someone else succeed, let that inspire you. Take that as an inspiration instead of taking it as, oh, I'm behind, because you're not. 10. Being alone is better than being in bad company. Being with the wrong people will drain you and will actually break your heart in a way that being alone never will. The space left from toxic people is actually a blessing. It allows you to heal you and make space for those people that actually deserve to be in your life. So never be afraid of being alone. That's actually a sign of strength. 11. No one's going to do it for you because dreams are personal. No one is going to care about them as much as you do. Not your partner, not your friend, not even your family, because they're not here to create your dream life. You are. So if you're waiting for someone to make things happen for you, you will be waiting forever because the responsibility for your success lies into you, only you. 12. Failure is just feedback, it's not the end. Failure is not a real thing unless you decide it is. You can decide to see failure as the end of an experience, of an opportunity, of something that you dream of, or instead, you can decide to see it as a lesson, as something you can learn from and move forward with what is your journey and what is your passion. Literally a stepping stone to what you're supposed to be doing or what you love to do. Because every time something doesn't work out, you literally learn something that makes you closer to your success. 13. Cringe is not real. When people find you or what you're doing cringe, it's often because of something they actually wish they had the guts to do. Their criticism is a reflection of what they struggle to accept about themselves. It has nothing to do with you. So always do you unapologetically. 14. The worst case scenario is rarely likely. Those negative scenarios that you play every day in your head, yes, those are probably less likely to happen than the positive ones. So why don't you just choose to focus on the potential positive ones instead of the negatives? Most of the times our fears are just stories that we keep replaying in our mind, but usually don't actually become true. And the only thing that they're doing is actually stopping us and keeping us back. 15. Your worth is inherent. That means that no one's approval or opinion should determine your actual worth because you were born with it. Your worth is something intrinsic in you that doesn't change based on outside validation. It's just is. You are enough exactly as you are, and nothing anyone says can actually alter that truth. 16. You're not that important, so just relax. We all tend to overestimate how much others actually think about us, but honestly, everyone is wrapped up in their own head, in their own mind. No one is laying in bed and thinking about that awkward thing that you did that year 2 years ago. Like literally no one. And if they do, they actually shouldn't because that's weird. It says more about them than you, believe me. So chill out, do what you actually want to do and stop caring about what others might think of you because most of the time they're not thinking anything, like literally. 17. Self-validation is the only validation you ever need. Relying on others for validation is literally a losing game because you cannot control what others think of you, so that means that their validation is fleeting. So instead, focus on control your own perception, your own validation of yourself, because that's literally the only thing that you can control and it's literally the only thing you should care about. So know your worth, acknowledge your efforts, and celebrate your own wins. Because when you give yourself the approval that you're seeking for others, that's where you build unshakable confidence. You won't need anyone permission or praise to feel good about yourself because you already have that power within yourself. 18. Being judged is not the end of the world. You're going to be judged no matter what, like literally no matter what. So what is the point on letting it bother you? When you stop caring about someone else's opinion, that's when you literally start to live your life authentically to yourself. That's when you experience the most joy and the most happiness because you're free. You can do whatever you want. Their judgment does not change your life in any way. So let them think whatever they want to think and keep doing you. 19. Believe them when they show you who they are. When someone shows you their true color, whether it's through lying, disrespecting you, breaking your trust, believe them the first time. There is no need to give them a second chance because they already show you what kind of person they are. You don't actually need any more proof. If their action hurts you, it is okay to simply walk off. 20. If they want you, you actually know. When someone actually values you, you would not left guessing. You would not doubt it. It will be clear because they will show that to you through their actions. That's the only way someone who cares about you actually can show you and prove it. So if you find yourself often questioning where you stand, the answer is likely that they don't care enough. So move on to someone who actually will care about you and who will make their feelings clear. 21. Your body is not your aesthetic, it's your home. Your body isn't here to meet some external beauty standard. It's literally here to let you live your life. It's what allows you to express yourself. It's what allows you to hug your loved ones, to smell flowers, to go out on a walk, to savor your favorite food. So appreciate it for what it does for you and not only for how it looks. 22. What's meant for you will literally find you. I don't know, this sounds so cliche, but I I guarantee you is so true. You cannot force things that they're not meant for you, because no matter how you try, what is not aligned with your path and your life simply won't stay. But what's truly meant for you will find you effortlessly without you needing to push or struggle. So trust that timing always works in your favor. 23. Everyone is doing the best with what they know, because at any moment, people are literally doing the best that they can with what they know, with their knowledge, with their emotional capacity, with their growth. So when you actually understand this, you actually feel less anger and less frustration towards others, but most important thing, towards yourself. Compassion always goes a long way, whether it's for others or yourself. 24. Let them. Just let them. If someone wants to leave, let them. If someone doesn't respect you, let them go. Trying to force people to do or to be something that they're actually not will simply only waste your time. You only deserve people that actually want to be with you, that actually want to be in your life. And when you realize that, you actually will be able to make space for those kind of people, for those kind of relationships. 25. Learn to be alone. Being alone is not a weakness. When you stop fear solitude and you start to embracing it, that's when all your standard will automatically raise, because it's when you're okay with being alone that you stop settling for people or for situationship that actually doesn't give you anything. And what you'll do is actually make space for what you truly deserve. 26. Your heart knows the way. Others might try to map your life, but honestly, you are the one who truly knows what you're supposed to be. If you follow your inner guidance, you will always end up where you're supposed to be. The path may not look completely clear, but trust, even the chaos is leading you somewhere, and most likely where you actually need to be. If you have any lesson or life advice that you want to share, please leave it in the comment. I would love for it to be a place where we can all compare our life lessons and our life stories, even woman to woman. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye.